Anyway, okay. Good afternoon. Come join me under the tent, please.
No, I know, dude.
Please.
I am the official MC. Welcome. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. I am Summer DePro, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Chancellor at the University of Arkansas-Pulaski Technical College. Thank you so much for taking time out of your workday to join us to celebrating the importance of what we are calling Project Lift. First, I'd like to recognize our platform guests, the distinguished Senator John Boozman, Brian Day, Executive Director of the Little Rock Port, Jay Cheshire, President and CEO of the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr., and Cody Waits, Executive Director for the Arkansas Division of Workforce Connections. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here and for your partnership in creating this opportunity to train our future workforce here in Arkansas. I must also take the opportunity to recognize several guests in attendance today. Sarah Walsh and Rachel Smith are here from the Governor Sanders' office, Senator Jane English, Senator Mark Johnson, Representative Denise Jones-Innett, Representative Carolyn Brown, Representative David Ray. The list is long because this is important. Vice Mayor, City of Little Rock, B.J. Wyrick, City Director Virgil Miller Jr., Austin Coleman from Senator Tom Cotton's office, from our foundation board that is here today, Ashley Carper, Russ Mathis, Catherine DeVito, Lisa Farrell, and the famous Colonel Todd from the UA System Board of Trustees. We love Colonel Todd. The acronym LIFT stands for Lifting Individuals for Future Talent, and I'd like to take the opportunity to explain its importance. This new facility is an exponential expansion of the mission of UA-Pulaski Technical College. Workforce training has always been an integral part of our mission, but moving to the heart of the region's industrial hub will allow UA-PTC's Business and Industry Center to flourish and provide excellent instruction, which the faculty and staff have done for many years. We don't know what the cutting-edge technologies of 2050 look like yet, but this facility will be here to rise to the occasion. For the shorter term, however, the project will ensure access to innovative training in areas of critical needs such as robotics, logistics, and advanced manufacturing. More importantly, this facility will provide inspiration and motivation. Its existence here will be a catalyst for Arkansans to expect more, to do more, and to produce more. It will be a tangible symbol of our aspirations and ambitions and our lofty expectations of the people who train here. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the man whose vision and advocacy made this day possible. He is a fifth-generation Arkansan and a former small business owner. I believe he is also a doctor. He has consistently leveraged his influential role on the Senate Appropriations Committee to champion the economic growth of our state. We are beneficiaries of his tireless advocacy for workforce education and economic development, and I must express the gratitude we all share for his successful efforts on our behalf. Please join me in welcoming the man whose leadership behind this project has made it possible, Senator John Boozman.
I still get a little nervous when people stand up. I think they're about to leave. So Kathy and I are really excited to be. Where's Kathy?
I'm here.
Yeah, my wife. We're really excited to be with you all today for this celebration. She mentioned I am an optometrist and eye doctor, so if you're having trouble with your cataracts or glaucoma or eyeglasses, I'll be glad to give you some free advice. I like to be introduced as an optometrist. That's a respectable profession. Very high approval rating. I think in Congress now we're about, 15 or 16%. That's basically friends, family, and the people that work for you. It's also really good to be with such a distinguished panel. There's lots of people that talk a good game. The people up here they not only talk a good game, they get things done, and that's really what it's all about. So, Arkansans deserve to have their hard-earned tax dollars reinvested in their communities, which is what I and the rest of our delegation work really hard to ensure happens through the appropriations process at the federal level. Everybody working together. We collaborate with outstanding institutions around the state to support projects that will serve students, communities, and industries. That's certainly the case here with Pulaski Tech, the Port Authority, and the Little Rock Chamber. I'm pleased that this investment will help create a modern workforce training center at such a dynamic site. Such a great story to tell here, where good paying jobs continue to be created. This resource will help prepare generations of Arkansans to step into skilled careers that are in high demand. There's almost nothing more important than, as I visit communities throughout the state, jobs in the economy are usually near the very top of the list of concerns I hear about. And I'd say even more than that. We can talk about Iran. We can talk about all the problems in the world. We can talk about our domestic problems. But if you don't have a job where you can make a living wage, support yourself, support your family, everything else is pretty unimportant. And the great news is, this is what this institution is all about. It's what all you all are about. You all are the movers and shakers. I'm up here representing the delegation, who worked hard on this. But again, this simply wouldn't happen without the support that you all do day in and day out. So again, thank you so much. The port, in a lot of ways, is a poster child for economic growth in Arkansas that not only serves industries, but uplifts individuals and families while helping so many communities directly and indirectly. It already hosts 11,000 jobs with workers from 48 counties. That's why it makes all the sense in the world to double down on its potential and help ensure more Arkansans get the training they need to step into jobs that support an excellent quality of life. That includes a lot of efforts to ensure Arkansas's river is capable of handling the traffic necessary to move products efficiently, which may not be glamorous. It's not glamorous at all, but it's one of the underpinning aspects of the country. So very important. So that aspect, along with the economic development and workforce initiatives with partners like the Chamber and Pulaski Tech, all represent what can happen when everybody works together. The result is a world-class site that is home to world-class companies, and now soon a world-class space to teach the specialized skills that power them. I can't wait to be back soon when the dirt starts to move, and then shortly after see the doors opened for the first time, unveiling a state-of-the-art facility with modern equipment, just waiting for students and instructors to jump in and get after it. I was at the groundbreaking at Ebbing yesterday in Fort Smith with the F-35s, building a big facility that will really house the simulators, for the foreign folks to do. And I was talking to the Corps of Engineers who've done a great job there. We both agreed that the only thing better than a groundbreaking was a dedication. So we're looking forward to the dedication. Again, it's an honor for my office, along with Congressman Hill, Senator Cotton, and our entire delegation, to play a part in visionary efforts like this by leveraging federal resources. We're blessed. Our Arkansas delegation works together very, very well. We don't always agree with everything in Washington. When it comes to Arkansas, we form ranks and get things done. So again, that's a real blessing. You think everybody would be like that, but it's not the rule, it's the exception. I'm thrilled we finally got this investment over the finish line, and the fun part can now begin. Thank you very much to Chancellor DeProw. Did I get that wrong?
That works.
DeProw, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Boozman. Some of my best friends in the whole world call me Boozman. Kathy and I were in Ireland not too long ago, and the guy at the passport was reading my passport. He said, "John Boozman." He said, "If you're anything like your passport, you're going to have a great time." Brian Day and the Port, Jay and the Little Rock Chamber, the mayor, and everybody else who helped make this possible. Nobody does a better job. So again, thank you all so much. We're so pleased to be a part of this, and congratulations to you. And again, just working so hard to get this thing done. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator, for your wisdom and leadership. It is now my privilege to introduce Executive Director of the Little Rock Port, Brian Day. He's dedicated over 35 years of strengthening Arkansas communities through his extensive leadership in public administration. Since 2014, Brian has served as the Executive Director of the Port Authority, where he oversees the vital infrastructure and industrial partnerships that drive our regional economy. I'm proud to call him a friend and a respected advisor as he serves on the UA-PTC Board of Visitors. A Little Rock native with a deep-rooted commitment to this city, he has dedicated his energy and considerable talent to making Little Rock the best community it can be. Please welcome Executive Director Brian Day.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Port of Little Rock. We're Arkansas's largest industrial park and home to more than 50 businesses representing companies from around the world. We are honored to have you here today as we celebrate an exciting milestone for the future of workforce development, economic growth, and industry in Central Arkansas. Before I share my remarks, I know I have a couple of Little Rock Port Authority board members in attendance and our staff, and we couldn't do anything without all of them. So thank you, board members and staff, for being here today. I also want to recognize our incredible partners from the University of Arkansas, Pulaski Technical College, the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, and especially Senator John Boozman for his leadership and commitment to this project and to the future of Arkansas. Mayor, you'll remember this, but in 2015, the Little Rock Port Authority engaged Boyette Strategic Advisors to develop a strategic plan for our future. And one of the key elements of that plan was to develop and create a Port Resource and Workforce Development Center, a facility designed to support industry, strengthen workforce training, and ensure that the Port of Little Rock would always have access to a highly skilled and dependable workforce. Today, that vision is becoming a reality. Because of Senator Boozman's efforts and support, we are proud to announce this partnership with UA-PTC and the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce to build a state-of-the-art workforce development center right here at the Port of Little Rock overlooking the Arkansas River. I've often said that I believe the Little Rock Port Authority is America's best inland port. Over the last 3 years, we have celebrated 11 announcements from companies that have chosen to locate here or expand their operations here. Those investments did not happen by accident. They happened because Arkansas offers a business-friendly environment, because the Little Rock Port Authority Board continues to support growth and innovation, and because the port provides unmatched logistical advantages through the river, the rail, the road, and the runway. But perhaps most importantly, companies invest where they know they can find a trained and reliable workforce. That is why this center is so important. UA-PTC is already setting new standards for workforce development, technical education, and industry certification programs. Their leadership understands that the industries of tomorrow require new skills, new technologies, and continuous training opportunities. I have absolutely no doubt that once this center is completed, UA-PTC will create a world-class workforce training center that not only prepares future workers, but also provides advanced training opportunities for the existing workforce already employed here at the port and in Central Arkansas. I also truly believe that this facility will become a national model, a place that communities from across America will come to see how education, industry, and economic development go hand in hand and work together successfully. This Workforce Development Center will set the Port of Little Rock apart from our peers. When companies consider locating here in the future or expanding their operations here, they will see more than land and infrastructure. They will see a community that invests in people, invests in skills, and invests in the future. That will make a powerful statement about who we are and where we are going. And finally, none of this would have been possible without the leadership of Senator John Bozeman. Senator, thank you for believing in the Port of Little Rock, for believing in workforce development, and for believing in the future of Arkansas. Your efforts will leave a lasting legacy not only for this port, but for generations of Arkansans who will benefit from the opportunities this center creates. And thank all of you again for being here today, and thank you for your continued support of the port and the future of our region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. At this time, I'm not that tall. All right. We are honored to be joined by a leader who has spent 2 decades at the forefront of economic growth in Central Arkansas. As president and CEO of the Little Rock Regional Chamber since 2006, he has been a driving force behind initiatives that have generated billions in capital investment and created tens of thousands of jobs for our community. His expertise in business attraction and workforce development is recognized on a national scale, having served an unprecedented 2 terms as the national chair of the Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives. He remains a steadfast advocate for the talent and industry that define our region's success. Please welcome Mr. Jay Cheshire.
Senator, I don't know if you heard that, but I think she just called me old. And I want to go ahead and say this before anything, and that is I ditto and echo everything Brian just said, because I'm not going to say it again. It is so important that we're here, and we're important here today not only because of what this can bring, but what it can do for the folks that are already here. Senator, if you'll recall, about 2.5 years ago, we asked if we could take your staffer, Jimmy Harris, with us to Huntsville, Alabama, to look at the robotics center that was there in Alabama. A center that focused, first of all, on the existing companies within the state and helping create new skills and new opportunities for the folks that were already there. And I can tell you from experience, a place that also was always, I shouldn't say always, mostly used as a place where we lost projects to because they had it and we didn't. And Senator, if you'll recall, we were in your office not long after that. First of all, thanking you for the opportunity to take Jimmy with us. But secondly, to talk about what could take place here. And you took that vision and ran with it. You leading the delegation to create the funding to allow us to have the opportunity to build this space, to be programmed by UA-PTC, but also to be available for companies looking to do their own training when they're coming, is vitally important and a differentiator when we're out recruiting new industry. I can't say this enough. This is about who's already here. It's about taking skills that are already in existence here and improving them, and in doing so, as the senator said, improving lives. But it also will be a differentiator in what we're able to locate here. We had an international prospect in town out here at the port yesterday. Their first question was, how quickly can you build it? Because we're competing against communities that already have it. So we are so thankful, sir, for you taking the baton and leading the effort with the delegation to create the funding for our ability to not only compete today, but to compete for the future. So on behalf of our chair, Ruth Whitney, we want to say thank you, not only to you and the entire delegation, but thank you to all of these people here today, because we're looking forward into the future based upon your investment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Jay. Your support means the world to us. I'm privileged now to introduce the 73rd Mayor of Little Rock. He serves the city as the city's Chief Growth Officer, overseeing the creation of more than 11,000 new jobs and attracting major global developments in our region. With a background in community banking and a deep understanding of the infrastructure from his time on the Port of Little Rock Board and the Arkansas Highway Commission, he knows exactly what it takes to build a thriving economy. He remains a passionate advocate for the community that raised him, working tirelessly to enhance public safety and educational opportunities for every resident. Please welcome Mayor Scott.
Senator, a few months ago I was quoted in the newspaper for thanking God for Senator Bozeman. And I can't believe, people don't believe I'm a nonpartisan mayor. I got so many of my Republican friends that sent that picture. But guess what? Thank God for Senator Bozeman. The reason why, is because not only he's been a listening ear, he's been a staunch advocate for the Little Rock region. In our time in office, we've seen hundreds of millions of dollars come to the Little Rock region in support of us. And so I wanted to make certain that you know how much we appreciate you. See right here, as you've already understood, that this is the jewel of the Little Rock region. It's the Port Authority. We've created close to 15,000 jobs. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, Little Rock ranks number 2 in GDP growth. Number 1 is Nashville. I hate being number 2 to anything, but I'll be number 2 to Nashville. But when you understand that, and the partnerships that we have with the great leader and Chancellor DePro, is that we're growing. To sustain that growth, we have to continue to grow our own and level up and as it relates to skilled workforce. That's exactly what this is going to do for us. As we level up and grow our own, it's going to help us move from number 2 to number 1. But when you have a senator like Senator Bozeman, our potential is endless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor, again for your friendship and support. It is now my pleasure to welcome a leader whose career has been defined by a commitment of connecting Arkansans with meaningful career opportunities. As the inaugural executive director of the Arkansas Division of Workforce Connections, he oversees a critical realignment of state and federal programs designed to build a robust talent pipeline for our industries. With over, or nearly, as we discussed earlier, a decade of experience in state government, including key leadership roles in the Office of Skills Development and the Department of Career Education, he brings unmatched depth of expertise to our workforce strategy. He is passionate in his advocacy of the earn and learn model that reimagines these sometimes binary concepts of education and employment. Please welcome Cody Waits.
Yeah, it's funny, we were talking before here, and she says, for some reason I have you down as having 35 years of experience. I said, well, Summer, I'm only 40, so unless I came out of the womb breathing workforce development, we may have to revise that number. But good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. I think you've heard a number of different speakers speak to kind of the journey that got us to where we are today. Quick recognition of a couple people here in the audience. Danny Games, current chair of the Career Education Workforce Development Board. Michael Garner over here to my right. You're not going to get out of this without getting some recognition with Phillips Corp, former board member of the Career Education Workforce Development Board. And if you think about it, like in 2019, we took a trip to Alabama as well. I feel like the state of Alabama owes us something because we've been down there so many times. But prior to the trip with the Little Rock Chamber, myself and Stephanie Isaacs, the director of OSD, and Sharice Childers, visited the robotics technology park that Jay referenced in Huntsville, Alabama, actually just outside Huntsville, a little town called Tanner. And there's a community college right across the street as well. And Michael Garner and I have visited with those companies numerous times, and Michael had talked about the fact that we need to have robust manufacturing facilities here in the state of Arkansas. And it's not that we don't have qualified training through our 2-year and 4-year college systems, it's the fact that sometimes we're limited by capacity. And so having that type of capacity being built here at the Port of Little Rock and through this partnership is going to be so critical to the growth, not just in this region, but across the entire state of Arkansas. We see this every single week when we receive grants from businesses and companies. If you look back around that same time frame, there was a significant percentage of training that was going out of state to different providers, right? Whether it was for FANUC training in Michigan or in Tennessee or some other locations, companies were forced not because we didn't have the education providers or the opportunities, but because we just significantly lacked certain capacity and the ability to scale in certain ways. And so, you know, we started having this conversation in Alabama with their Department of Commerce and AIDT, and we said we need to bring this to Arkansas. It was interesting hearing us talk about the 2015 report. I remember reading that report back around 2020, 2021, and realizing and recognizing the fact that this is 100% the direction we have to go as a state. In order to be more competitive, in order to be able to win those economic development projects, it's always such a critical component of it. Anytime we're having to have these types of conversations, where are we going to train our people? What type of equipment do you have? What kind of customization do you have? Whether that's expansions here of existing companies or bringing new businesses to the state of Arkansas, we couldn't be more proud of this opportunity to be a partner in this. The last thing that I'll mention is, you know, again, as we look at this as a statewide perspective, you have companies across the state of Arkansas that are going to be able to have access to this facility. And there's going to be funds and the ability to help support that training on behalf of the Department of Commerce and Workforce Connections to be able to help not only those companies that are currently doing business, but other companies that might be looking to expand here to be able to work with and through this facility and through LIFT. And so hats off to the UA system, UA-Pulaski Tech, Little Rock Port, the Little Rock Chamber, and Senator. We've been trying to get this done for a number of years, and this investment is the key that got us across the finish line. And we know it's not necessarily the finish line; it's the closing of one chapter and the starting of the next one, and certainly something that we hope to be a big part of. So, thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Cody, for your leadership and expertise. Friends, it is an honor to stand with this distinguished group of leaders and vital partners in business and industry. One distinguished leader who could not attend today is our UA System President, Jay Silveria. He asked me to pass on the following message. On behalf of the 22 campuses, units, and divisions, the UA System is especially grateful for the support of Senator Bozeman. This Workforce Center will improve lives through opportunities to learn and develop here in Little Rock. While we celebrate and express our gratitude, the work is just beginning. It is now on us to deliver on the full potential of this project, and I have every confidence that UA-Pulaski Tech is up to this challenge and much more. I paid him $20 to put that in. Partnership, of course, is what it's all about. This initiative has been and will continue to be a collaborative effort to serve a broad constituency. Our steering committee has been formed to ensure alignment between current and future industry needs and the space, equipment, programs, and curricula that we offer. If you're on the steering committee, could you please stand? Or if you're standing, maybe do a little wave. Thank you so much. We'll be spending quite a bit of time together. In my closing remarks, I would like to say a few words about economic development, education, and socioeconomic mobility. We often talk about economics in terms of trade balances, composite metrics, and billions of dollars. We also talk about economic infrastructure, transportation and communication networks, power grids, financial institutions, and much more. All of these things are crucial and important, but today, as we focus on this investment, it is my responsibility to underscore a fundamental truth. This most critical infrastructure in the state of Arkansas, it's our people. Arkansas is no longer waiting for the future of work to arrive thanks to the people on this stage. We are building the house where the work lives and meets the challenges of tomorrow. This training hub will be more than steel and concrete. It is a promise. It is a guarantee to every industry looking at Central Arkansas that they will find a workforce that is not just ready, but exceptional. Workforce and economics are not abstractions or references to the 20,000-foot view. They're people. Behind every data point is a neighbor. Behind every percentage point is a person. And in my case, a student. When a person earns an education and gains technical skills, whether it is the precision of TIG welding or the complexity of industrial electricity, something profound happens. There is, of course, the immediate change in the earning ability that goes with doing more complex and demanding work, but there is a second, quieter transformation, pride of accomplishment, affirmation of ability, and greater potential. And last, the dignity that brings to the lives of our Arkansans. A week from Saturday, I'm going to have the honor of acknowledging these accomplishments at our commencement ceremony. I can assure you that there's nothing abstract about the expressions of pride and joy on the faces of our graduates and their families. There is a unique dignity in being the person who knows how to troubleshoot the production line, who understands the circuitry of an aircraft, loads a barge with a crane, drives a tractor trailer, or who can weld the joints of a structure that will stand for 100 years. That sense of mastery changes people throughout their lives, and the success of a business venture is the product of their talent and ability. Prosperity is the fruit of the alignment of vision, investment, and work. Skilled workers are required to fulfill the third part of that equation. We all succeed when they succeed. UA-Pulaski Tech graduates are hungry to succeed. We see this impact most clearly in our Future Fit program, which provides entry-level operator training and many transferable skills and knowledge. Recently, we partnered with the Arkansas Department of Corrections, Workforce Connections, and Governor Sanders for a recidivism reduction pilot program. 4 cohorts have completed the program with 100% graduation rate. Some participants elected to remain incarcerated past their release date to complete the training. For those individuals, this isn't just upskilling, it is a bridge back to society. It is the difference between recidivism and a career. When a parent returns to their family, not just with a paycheck, but with a specialized trade and a path forward toward advancement, the big picture impact reaches the dinner table. It changes what the person's children believe is possible for their own lives. This center will be the engine for that trade. Our message to industry is, if you have a demand, we have the expertise and drive. Our training is fast, innovative, and employer-focused. We move people from enrollment to employment at the speed the modern business requires. To our state and national leaders, Senator Bozeman, this $20 million allocation is an investment with a guaranteed return. You are investing in the technician who will keep our aerospace sector soaring. You're investing in the industrial electrician who will keep our manufacturing plants humming. And most importantly, you're investing in the social and economic mobility of thousands of hardworking Arkansans. You may be saying, what's next? When do we break ground? Let's get moving, right? The college has received the letter from HUD confirming our funds for the facility, and those have been secured. In the coming weeks, we'll receive further guidance on how to move forward with RFQs and other procedural steps. At this time, we anticipate a 45,000 square foot facility, but could expand upwards of 55,000 square feet depending on the level of philanthropic support we secure in the coming months. I'll point out Lori Ann Ross, over to my right, yes. She's eager to have a conversation with you and any interested parties. Shameless plug. Okay. Education and workforce development are great equalizers. It is the tool that turns ambition into achievement. As we break ground on this new era at the Port of Little Rock, let us commit to the idea that in Arkansas, no one will be left behind because they lack the opportunity to learn. The UA-Pulaski Tech Business and Industry Center is ready to work. Our people are ready to lead. Together, we are ensuring that Arkansas can compete and win in a global marketplace. In closing, on behalf of the entire UA-Pulaski Tech faculty, staff, student body, thank you, Senator Bozeman, for making this day possible. Many thanks also to Jimmy Harris on Senator Bozeman's team, Dr. Marcia Guffey with the Little Rock Port for their guidance throughout the proposal process, to Jack Thomas and Christy Barr with the Chamber for your advice and for proofreading the proposal. It's important. And still more thanks to all partners in the state, local government, and in the private sector for your cooperation, your collaboration, wise counsel, and enthusiasm. Finally, to the UA-PTC family, thank you for becoming the team that I want to be a part of and for garnering the trust of our community. I've never been more helpful about and excited about the work we're about to embark on in Arkansas. Thank all of you for coming. Please enjoy the refreshments, and let's come back soon with a groundbreaking and a dedication. Thank you.